E aí galera, salve salve, e hoje aqui um vídeo diferente, entrevistando a minha mulher. Hello,
Hello.
ela não é brasileira e vamos entrevistar uma asiática e ver o que ela tem a responder, fazer um negócio diferente. So you went with me to Brazil 2017. I don't know. What do you think about Brazil?
I think Brazil doesn't showcase like what authentic Asian food is. They give you a very like generic menu of what Chinese food is. I've seen like they do a lot of smorgasbord like food court sort of buffet meals where you get to choose or spoon your own dishes and then pay for it on a scale, which is very different compared to Australia, where you order each meal. And you can see, like, if you've been to a shopping mall in Australia or New Zealand, the Chinese food is usually in food courts is served as a buffet style, which is similar in Brazil. But whereas in Australia, you get so many different varieties of Chinese food and very specific like districts of Chinese food, like different areas of China. They show you what the food is like. And especially with Japanese food, like I've never seen fruit on sushi ever. Like, very strange to see fruit on sushi. Like, it might be like how you guys see beans in dessert. Like, for us, it's very weird to see fruit on sushi because it's rice and seaweed. Like, who wants to eat fruit with rice and seaweed? And maybe mayo.
In what mode do you think about Brazil? About, I don't know, architecture, the people, Brazilian food, the environment?
Yeah. I can't speak for Brazil because I only went to one state, which is Bahia. And I went to the airport, was it Sao Paulo airport, which was very big. I'd love to see what's outside of that airport. But from seeing like Salvador and Bahia, I think the architecture's, is much better in Salvador. There's not much architecture in your state. In your city, which is, I can't remember, Feira de Santana. Yeah, I didn't say it right, but yeah, it's obviously not a developed city, or if it is developed, I don't think they've done much design with it. There's not much architectural design with it. Yeah, I think some landscaping can be done for that city, but it's very similar to, I'd say, almost like Gold Coast in Brisbane, like the forests, the mountains around, the drive to Salvador is quite similar to what you see in Queensland. So, landscape wise, it's quite similar. But yeah, not much city, not much urban like technology. I didn't really see much like modernized infrastructure, all that kind of stuff. Not really. Maybe in Salvador I saw a bit more, but yeah, Salvador's just filled with like skyscrapers. Everyone lived in like apartments. There were no houses. Very small city with a lot of tall buildings altogether.
Yeah, so let's see other question. Put it here. Oh, are you a japa or xingling?
I'm a shingling. Cause your dad always makes jokes about me being a shingling.
What's a xingling?
A cheap Chinese, I don't know, imitation, like a cheap Chinese replica from eBay.
One question that I saw a lot of time on the internet, Brazilian asking to Asian people, can you see difference between all the Asians, or for you everyone looks the same?
Well, does it? I'm guessing everyone looks the same, right? To you, you can't tell the difference. I don't think Kim can tell the difference because some, we were sitting next to.
I can tell the difference.
No, you cannot. We sat next to a group of Japanese people, and you couldn't even tell they were speaking Japanese.
So do you know how to speak Japanese?
No, but you can hear the accent. You can tell. Even by sometimes looking at them, the features, the color of their skin, the way they dress, or the language, the tone of the language, you can tell.
So, coming back into Brazil, what do you think about the Brazilians?
The Brazilians, I feel they're very, they're very free-spirited people. I feel like they're very, outgoing. A lot of them are very outgoing, very welcoming. I guess with foreigners, because I didn't see many Asians there or multicultural other cultures there. I feel like they're very intrigued by if you have a different look to them, they can, because it's not a especially your state, it's not a well-traveled area. Not many tourists go there, so I feel like they're quite intrigued, the people, if they see that you're different. But the people over there, I feel Brazilians, either the female are really feminine and the male are really masculine. There's rarely do I see someone who's in between. The people are really well spirited, good spirits, very welcoming. They love to celebrate. I feel they love to celebrate everything. The mothers there, the women there are very womanly. I feel they really try and do their part in their role. Like if they're a mother, they really represent being a mother. I just feel like the people, I don't know, it's very distinct, like women, men.
So yeah, let's take with Brazilians, maybe just the last questions. Why did you decide to marry a Brazilian guy?
I didn't decide to marry a Brazilian guy. I just decided to marry you.
Wow.
As a person. I didn't ever thought about marrying a Brazilian. I never came across another Brazilian. It just happened. And you know what? Kim asked me what nationality I thought he was. The name Kim kind of sounds Australian, but after he typed a few messages, I knew that he was not Australian because his English was not perfect. So second guess was okay, in my head I was like, he's Brazilian.
Wow.
Because I could tell, just maybe by the looks, the color. But anyways, yeah.
So you don't think Asian guys are handsome?
I think Asian guys are handsome. Some of them are handsome, but majority of them are very small.
So in Brazil, so the big point is you didn't want a Asian guy.
I didn't want a shorter
Asian guy because Asian guy is small.
No, I didn't want a shorter guy. I don't want a shorter guy, and I don't know. They just feel like they couldn't protect me. Cause if you know me, I think I'm quite a aggressive person. Not aggressive, but I'm quite a independent person, and I'm not afraid to say things very directly. So I think if I am to find a partner, I need someone who can, have my back, or just be able to, fend for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I think for today, I think you already have enough content for a video. You want to say anything more?
Well, there's a lot to say, but yeah, there's a lot to say. I could say a lot about the first question, about growing up overseas, but yeah, I think I'll save it for another day. Bye everyone. Nice to meet you.
Quem gostou, dá aquele joinha, se inscreve no canal e é isso aí. Valeu, galera. Tchau.
Tchau.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.